Just words.
Nobody cares.
What are they doing for them?
But
That's what I'm trying to.
Unfortunately,
like,
I feel like they're getting screwed by this. The homeless people.
Well,
That's
then
what
it
I'm
becomes,
saying.
Well, then it
That's
becomes
It's really unfortunate.
well, then there becomes another issue, though. I mean, this is sorry. I have to settle this the right way, though. So, I mean, though, it becomes an issue of like we don't have a housing crisis in the city. Let's get this straight. We have a false scarcity crisis because you go through a lot of buildings. Mm-hmm. How many of them are actually full? Billionaires Row is literally full of empty apartment buildings because either A, the landlord doesn't want to fill it, or B, you have cases where it's like some rich oligarch basically just like, all right, this is my third New York City apartment.
Yeah,
Right.
and just
Parking
keep
money.
it there just to
Parking
keep
money.
it. Yeah.
Or it's keeping it there to keep the value of the building
Yeah.
inflated.
Right.
Nah, but and that's on one extreme.
Yeah.
But even on the other extreme, like, NYC buildings and all these other things, they're not being filled with people because they're, for whatever reasons, like they're not allowing, they don't claim to have the resources to go through the applications to get the people in the apartments, and these apartments are fucking sitting there empty.
Well, now we're getting into this here city budget.
Because part of my job is to go out to like shelters and other programs to promote or do outreach to see people that need help with addiction. And we went to this shelter in Brooklyn last week, me and my partner. Shout out to brother Ja. We went over there and we had we were speaking to like I'd say 35, 40 people. And when the lady brought us out to introduce us, the first thing she said is, "Who here speaks English?" Guess how many people raised their hand?
No fucking way.
No
What? Less than 10.
Wow.
Probably 4 or 5.
No way.
So we was asking the lady, like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, serious question. Do they speak Spanish?
Well, there was
Or
Arabic.
Arabic.
Fucking
Asian?
a lot Spanish. Yeah, a lot of them are Spanish, and
Yeah, Asian.
a few Asians. It was like all
Few
over the
Asians,
place.
wow.
Yeah. Like it was like immigration now.
So,
So we was like, where's everybody?
like,
People that,
bueno.
yeah, that's what we was like. What the fuck
all right,
is going
so
on?
going back to this false scarcity thing, let's be for 1 second though, because I know this is going to tie into this. So we were talking about a few minutes ago about like moving people into these towns that are falling into ghost towns. Mm-hmm. So during COVID, there was a big housing rush. Everyone was talking about like how everyone was moving to house. Guess who turned out to be the 1/3 of the houses? Guess who they went to? You know the answer because I gave you this already.
You guys can guess.
To corporations.
Boom.
Damn. Did I tell you this?
I follow the news headlines.
Oh, there you go.
1/3 of the housing.
Yo, shit, good for you, because I had no idea when he told me that. I mean,
Yeah, they're buying up all the houses and then they're gonna flip it and charge people an exorbitant
nah, you
amount of
fucking
rent.
listen to our conversation. Fuck out of here. Yo, because I'm like, wait, ¿cómo que tú sabes todo
It
esto?
pops up in my Google.
TikTok.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
so all of a sudden though you have a housing scarcity that's
Right.
not real because
Right,
all these houses are off the market. You can't buy them. So now what's going to happen to a lot of the folks that you deal with? They're going to get put into certain housing, right? Mm-hmm. So this is a history that New York City's always had. And though, shout out to the late great Robert Moses for doing this.
God.
That's
Just in
not the,
case
I
if you
don't,
guys don't know who Robert Moses is,
He's
he has
responsible for all the inequality here in the city.
he has a very
Colorful history.
Colorful history is the word they like to use.
He'll get a pop-up.
Let me,
He designed a lot of the highways, beaches, and all the greenery for
Long Island.
For Long Island, a lot of New York City, but it was all intended to go around in certain neighborhoods.
Was that the red lining? That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Red lining?
Yep.
So we go in. So what's going to end up happening, though, I can almost predict this. You're gonna see a lot of the folks get poured into these certain communities. I mean, though we were joking around about the Bronx, actually.
No, I see it already because and I don't mean to cut you off, but going for right now I was working on a presentation that I wanted to share with our congressman, because what I learned is that the terminology affordable is federally put into whatever brackets. So the bracket between getting affordable housing is $30,000 to income for a single person, a single household, just for math's sake, is between $30,000 to $150,000. And that large bracket is affordable housing.
Yeah.
And then under that, then you have supportive housing. So people who make no money or 0 to 20.
So you have like very supportive housing and then very low or
No. So
what is it?
the income brackets are low income, what is it? Low income.
Very low income.
Very low income and extremely low income.
Yeah.
So low income is code for broke. So you're broke, very broke, or extremely broke. And then the other thing,
was like middle income.
It's moderate income and then middle income.
And then that's it. And then that was
middle
just
income
like
is
you're
the
just
32 to
no,
150.
no, middle
No.
income is
Like 100K and up.
100,000 to 150,000.
So
And so in our median income in Washington Heights specifically, between Washington Heights and Harlem, is 56,000 a year for a single. And then the new apartment that they're putting up here, the eligible income for a 1-bedroom apartment single is between 80,000 and 150,000.
for what they say is affordable.
For what
housing.
they call affordable. And I'm like, yo, my man, but if you look at the metric of what we are in this entire neighborhood and in this island is low income. So broke and very broke, but not extremely broke, but just broke and very broke. And I'm like, so who is this housing